have spent a ton of time in Finland, and here are 7 things that shocked us about this country.
Not all of these shocked us on our 3rd visit to Finland, but just in general, these are the things that really surprised us.
Especially on the first time here. When I thought about Finland, to be honest, I wasn't super excited about the food. I was like, I feel like it's just gonna be a lot of fish, and I don't love fish. But let me tell you, Finland knows how to make all of the fish taste so good, and we just discovered this cuisine that we're totally obsessed with now. But I was honestly so nervous going to Finland for the first time. I was like, I'm probably gonna lose a bunch of weight because I don't know if this food's gonna be good.
I mean, honestly, we just went into it being like, okay, there's a lot of dishes we can't pronounce,
and reindeer, we were like.
And so, but we found out that we just absolutely loved the salmon. That's probably, I think that's the number one thing that I'm going to take away from, the food of Finland.
And, for me, it's the soups. The pea soup, the salmon soup. Oh, it's all so good and just, hearty and delicious. It's perfect to eat it when it's snowing. Oh, I just love Finnish food.
I think just anytime we get the opportunity to go to Finland, yes, it is going to be pricey to go to restaurants and things like that, but it's just we just want to eat out as much as possible because we just can't get enough of it.
The second thing that shocked us, and honestly, I do still find this one a little bit weird. Maybe you guys can explain this to us. I think coming from the United States, the alcohol in the grocery stores are all in one. There's no restrictions. You can buy alcohol at any time of the day, any day you want.
I will say most states in the US. I think there's 1 or 2 that you can't do that. But.
So I guess the first time we were in Finland, we were like, whoa, we can't just go to the store and buy alcohol unless it's under 5% or 5.5 or something like that. And then we went this last time, and I didn't even remember this the first or second time, but there's restrictions. The alcohol store closes at 6 p.m. on Sundays or something, and you can't buy it on Sundays or something. I don't know. It was just...
Oh, you couldn't buy higher percentage alcohol after 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Even in the grocery stores or something
or
like that.
Or even at the liquor stores.
Well, in both. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that one is still a little bit confusing and shocking to us. So if you know why Finland does that, definitely let us know, because I'm still foggy about that one.
Yeah, because most of the time they are connected, the grocery store and the alcohol store.
Which is so funny.
But they're separate. So you do your groceries and then you check out and pay, and then you can go to the alcohol store.
Maybe they're just trying to reduce alcoholism. Make it a little bit less convenient. You can't buy it at certain times.
It's really interesting to us. This is something that Jenny mentioned before we ever set foot in Finland. She was nervous about the airplanes landing at the airport.
I was so scared. And logically in my brain, I was like, okay, these pilots do this all the time.
Hundreds and hundreds of flights just landing in Helsinki and everywhere else.
But the thought of landing in Lapland, it was so terrifying to me. I was like, this plane's gonna spin out of control. There's gonna be a snowstorm. We can't land.
I'm pretty sure we're landing in the Arctic Circle for most of these airports in northern Finland. Yeah.
But they're great. We haven't had any problems. Honestly, it's been the best land. They've been great.
Yeah, and I feel like these are just pretty normal planes. I'm sure there's some sort of customization to deal with the cold weather, but maybe there's not.
They have the de-icers. Watching the de-icing process is so cool. And if you're watching this and you're from Finland, you're probably like, that's so normal. But we never see planes getting de-iced.
Guys shooting fire at the wings.
It's so crazy.
Just and then you're just watching out the window whoa.
There's looks like a dragon just spitting fire on the plane. It's wild. But also shout out to those guys, because we definitely couldn't fly in Finland without them.
Well, and they're just standing outside in the really cold snowy weather, and they're just out in the elements.
Shooting fire.
I'm okay, thank you. While we're talking about airports, it is important to mention this next thing, because this is the first time we ever experienced something like this, was in the public restroom in the airport. Okay, so they have these paper towel rolls that are extremely different from anything we have experienced in all of our travels. Yeah. So you pulled, you explain it.
You pull it down and it doesn't detach. It's all one roll. And I'm guessing they do this for sustainability. They're trying to not use a bunch of paper towels, which is really great. Kudos to you, Finland. But when you get there, you're like, you pull it down and then you wipe your hands and then it like sucks it back up. But the first time that we were there, we were like, what? Like, do we just dry it on here? Like everyone's in a public space drying their hands on the same part of the towel?
Let me tell you, I just did not even understand what was happening the very first time.
Yeah.
I was the only one in the restroom, and so I just like wet my hands and then I was like, what is, so I just like walked out of the bathroom with like wet hands because I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna mess something up.
Oh my gosh, it was so funny.
But it's just like, it's so interesting because no other like country does it like this, or at least no other country that we've been to before out of like the 30, 35.
And it's really like I remember doing it at a pizza place, the airport, like lots of restaurants.
It's an extremely common thing to do it at public places.
Yeah.
And there's, most of the time there's like a sticker on the paper towel roll that says like 100% hygienic.
I know, that's still, I'm like, is it just...
But I'm using the same paper that other people used, and maybe...
I don't know if you are though.
It doesn't like rotate.
It does, it rotates. It sucks it back, it sucks the wet part in and then pops out a dry part.
That's what you think, but that's not what
I think you might be using it wrong still.
I don't know, I try my best and I just watched other people do it and I just copy them.
I think it took us our second trip to Finland to actually figure that one out. Although, to be fair, we definitely should have just asked somebody because everyone in Finland speaks English. Like, I don't think we encountered anyone in our travels that couldn't at least like have a conversation with us.
Yeah, I wouldn't say 100% of people speak English, but
that'd be crazy.
Anybody that we ever asked like help for, or like at a restaurant, or bus, like anyone
walking around town,
they were able to help us out easily, or just like have a conversation with us. Like it was.
They speak English better than a lot of Americans speak English.
What does that mean?
They're just really good at it.
You still got some learning to do, I guess.
Which honestly just makes like everything way more convenient because I would love to speak all of the languages of all of the countries that we go to. But that, I mean, at this point we've been to 34 countries. That would be kind of hard to speak 34 languages.
I'm definitely not opposed to learning Finnish, but it seems very difficult to do. At least just knowing English and just a few phrases here and there for random languages around the world.
You know, kiitos.
That's pretty much it. And a few other things too, but yeah. Talking about convenient things for us. Ooh, the tap water is delicious. Just
so good.
Drink it straight out of the sink. It's amazing. You go to a restaurant, they're not giving you a bottle of water, of like still or sparkling water. I mean, I guess they would give that to you if you ordered it, but I mean, you're just gonna drink it out of the sink, and it is
so good.
The best water I've ever had. I'm pretty sure.
And Finland has like the cleanest water in the world, and you can just like drink it right out of streams. I mean, you probably shouldn't just go around drinking out of streams all the time.
We did one time.
Yeah, we did in Lapland.
Just in the wilderness, and we just got our cup, dipped it in the water, and we started drinking it.
Oh, it was so good.
It was good, but I mean, seriously, like that saves money. You don't have to like buy water bottles at the supermarket. You don't have to like always buy like $3 bottle of water at a restaurant. Like it really saves money, and it's delicious.
It's so good. We wouldn't even drink the tap water like back at home. Like it doesn't taste good unless you're in the mountains. But
I tried that for like a couple months, and I just it was not the best.
It's not good. Finland knows how to do water right, and food. And our cutest point yet is the little reindeer. They're running around everywhere. Well, we also ate a reindeer, which is sad, but
they're sad and delicious.
It was good with the lingonberries and mashed potatoes. Mwah.
Okay, but that's not what,
anyways,
that's not the point.
That's not the point. The point is that when you like see all these reindeers running around Finland, I thought they were just wild reindeers. I was like, whoa, we saw wild reindeers. That's so cool. Yeah, turns out they all have owners, actually. They just let them run free in the winter, I think, and then they all like know to come back to their home in the summer.
Sadly, we didn't see any wild reindeer or just owned reindeer just walking around Helsinki.
That would be crazy.
Haven't seen that. It's mostly just in Lapland. But like when we would be driving like cars like down the road, we'd see reindeer just running on the side, and it's just so cool. They're just like, sometimes they're just sitting there like eating. Yeah. It's really fun. But
I'm like, sorry buddy, I ate your friend yesterday. Oh, that's so sad. They're so cute.
I mean, we eat cows and chickens.
Yeah, I know. But reindeers are cuter.
Reindeer? I mean,
They're
yeah,
pretty
they
cute.
honestly are.
Well, anyways, we went on a tangent about reindeer, but the point was that I don't think, does Finland even have any wild reindeers? I really thought we were gonna see like tons of wild reindeer, but I don't think we ever even saw one because they're all owned.
Yeah, well, at least when they're owned, you know, you can do cool things like reindeer sleigh rides
That's
and
true.
things like that.
I just like look at the little butt wiggle when they're like in front of you and they're like on the sleigh. Jacob thinks I'm weird. It's so cute.
Well, because one time they hit me in the back of the head with their antlers. I think Jenny was sitting behind me in her reindeer sleigh ride and I was in front, and her reindeer hit me in the back of the head.
He was trying to show you who's boss.
Okay, well, they can be the boss. They can just drive me around, I guess.
But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video and all of our Finland series. You guys mean so much to us. So thank you again, and we will see you in the next video. We're flying business class.
Oh, can't wait for that